Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Friday. Look at that, the sun's out, although it's in the 40s. So yesterday was in the 60s, today's in the 40s, but the high is gonna be 75, sunshine, then it's gonna rain all weekend. But anywho, it is Friday. You know what that means? Huh? Do you? Nothing when you're self-employed. It's just another day. Because you work every day, at least a little bit. Some days you work way less than others, but you work every day. Anywho, it's time to get to work on the 501, see what we can get done. If you guys missed that announcement, go to yesterday's video. We got lots of work to do. Let's get to it. Oh, and grab a cup of coffee. All right, guys, another crazy busy day, but today's video is going to cover something that happened on Facebook. I don't know, it was probably a week and a half ago. I put a question out on Facebook, and that question was, if you could change one thing in the motorcycle industry, what would you change? And we got 600 comments on this question, and it ranged all over the place, from stuff that made sense to stuff that made absolutely no sense, but it's the internet, so that's what you get. So I am going to go over the top 3 things that I came up with, the top most popular. Is that it? I didn't come up with them. You know what I'm saying, right? The top 3 answers I got. That's it. Kind of like what is it, Family Feud? The top 3 answers on the board is, we did a survey of X. Anyway, I'm spiraling here. Anyway, let's get started with this list of 3 things that the internet thinks needs to change in the motorcycle industry. And we'll probably give a honorable mention as well. So probably the number 3 would be acceptance. So everybody wants to be accepted by every other motorcycle brand. Now, honestly, this is more coming from the non-Harley riders than the Harley riders. A lot of them feel like, you know, they're made fun of, nobody accepts them because they're not riding a Harley, and so on and so forth. And you know what? Years and years and years ago, that may have been the truth. I don't see that much now. But the truth of the matter is, when I grew up, right, all the Ford guys busted the Chevy guys' balls, and the Chevys busted the Dodges. I mean, that's just what we did, right? If you had Nikes and I had Reeboks, my Reeboks were better than your Nikes. That's always been a thing, hasn't it? I mean, I grew up that way. Why are we so sensitive to that? So what? I don't care what you ride, but you know, all my Indian buddies that ride Indians, and they keep getting more and more, like there's more and more of them going to the dark side. Anyway, I bust on them all the time. And they pick on me for my Harleys and my Honda guys. I've ridden Hondas, I mean, all the way up till I got my Harley. I rode a Honda. I don't, you know, I get where you're coming from, that you would like more acceptance, but I think we just got to be a little more tough-skinned, right? You just don't let it bother you. Who cares what if there's an arrogant Harley guy that is the one that's making fun of you and you feel mistreated, who cares what they say? Don't ride with them. I don't know what else to tell you. That's just kind of part of life. But that was my number 3 on the list of the things I saw the most. Number 2 was people saying they would want the made in USA bikes to be 100% made in the USA. And although I believe that that is a great sentiment, I don't think it's possible. I do not think that we have the labor force, the factories, the technology to take an entire bike and build it in the United States. Now, maybe if we went back 30 years in technology and we left out ABS and we left out any computer systems and fuel injection and you know, took out all of that modern day stuff, and we went back to just a standard soft tail frame with a carburetor and got rid of the electronics, we could maybe build one 100% in the USA. But with today's bikes having GPS, navigation, stereos, Apple Play, ABS, electronic traction control, electronic brake control, cruise control, all of that, I don't think it's possible to do that. Ford's not 100%, Chevy's not 100%, Tesla's not 100%. There's no automotive motorcycle manufacturer that I know of that is 100% built in the USA with USA made parts. And I don't think it's a realistic possibility. And then if it was, you think the price of bikes is high now, yeah, wait till it's all built in the United States. But anyway, I love the idea. I mean, I love supporting the US, but we're in a global economy, and it just isn't, I don't think it's possible anymore, as much as I hate to see that. But you know what? The one thing about like a Harley, and I don't know about the other brands, but I imagine that too, you change a lot of stuff, right? So as soon as you get it, you can take the bars off and put some made in the USA, and you can pipes, and I mean, all that stuff you can go made in USA when you replace it. So that's on you. Anyway, that was number 2. They would like the US bikes made in the USA. Okay. What do you guys think number 1 is? Tell me in the comments below. What do you guys think the number 1 thing that everybody believes needs to change in the motorcycle industry is? It's price. So everybody thinks that bikes are way overpriced. Again, most of these were targeted toward Harley Davidson being too expensive. Everybody's like, I buy a Honda because it's, affordable. And I'm going to do a video on this. I've got a really cool idea about pricing of motorcycles and the industry as a whole, so I can't wait to do that. But anyway, everybody says that motorcycles are overpriced. Now, there's a couple of schools of thought here. One, for me, a motorcycle is a luxury item. I do not need it to survive. Right? I need food, I need water, I need a place to live. That's the stuff I need to survive. I mean, if we're looking at, practicality, a inexpensive car is more practical than a motorcycle, right? You can get an inexpensive car with great gas mileage that gets you to work, gets you back, picks the kids up from school, so on and so forth. So for me, a motorcycle is not a necessity. I say that as I have a garage full of motorcycles. But it is definitely something that I love and I want to have. But it's not necessary, right? So it's kind of like a boat. How do you complain about the prices of things that you choose to buy? On the flip side of that, a lot of people said the price of new bikes are too expensive. All right, so then buy a used bike. You don't want an older bike? That's fine. I bet you I could go online right now and find a 2023 that somebody bought and is now for sale used. Just do a little work. Do a little bit of your work, legwork, and go buy a used bike, right? I mean, it's up to you. But the truth of the matter is, if everybody as a whole really doesn't like the price, you know who controls that, right? What, do I put the fingers like this? You and me. We control it. Because if we're buying new bikes, why would they change the price? We're the consumer. As long as they're building them, they're pricing them, and we're buying them at that price, then that's kind of on us. Ain't nothing going to change, right? So if you want something to change, the only way to make that change is everybody has to agree and not buy new bikes until they reduce the price. And that is never going to happen, guys. So I know you would like to see the price go down. I don't see how that ever happens. We are not united enough in life, in the world, on social media. I mean, we can't say one thing without 10 other people arguing that point, right? So we're never going to get together and stand united against the prices of motorcycles. And the motorcycle companies know this. So, I mean, why would they change it? Anyway, I'm rambling. Those were the top 3 things. And then the honorable mention was electronics. There were a lot of people that were like, take the electronics off and throw them away. They were easy to work on back then. They were less expensive. That is true. Problem is we can't find parts for those bikes. But if an all USA bike was built and it was built without those electronics, I think we could do that. I think we could do a full bike made in the USA without the electronics. So all you motorcycle companies out there, listen up. Indian, Harley, come on. Let's build an all USA bike with none of the electronics, and I just want to see who buys it. And I'm betting very few people buy it. I'm sorry to say that, but we like our amenities. We like all the stuff, all the electronics, all the gadgets, all the doodads, plugging our phone in. We like it all. And so we are not going to step back all those years to get something that's all made in the USA. Anyway, that's my opinion on it. Anyway, man, I'm saying anyway a lot. It's supposed to be anywho, wasn't it? Anywho, that is the end. It's Friday night. Well, you're looking at this at Saturday. So I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I hope you enjoyed this list. And I've got more lists. I've been asking a lot of questions on our Facebook. If you're not part of our Facebook, the Badgers and the Biker Lifestyle on Facebook is our big page with 250,000 or so on it. Of course, we got Support Bikers on Facebook, and we got all our Facebook groups. So if you're not over there, come join us over there, because that's where we ask questions like this and get to really have conversations about what's going on or what we like or don't like in the motorcycle industry. Otherwise, that's it. The end. Peace. I'm out. I'm going to go play some video games. See you later.